Well, at the state capitol today, sheriffs and county attorneys from across Minnesota called on lawmakers to approve more funding for mental health treatment. They say without it, people with mental illness will remain in their jails for far too long. Danny Spiewak joins us with more on that story. Danny?
Well, first, some background. More than a decade ago, the legislature approved what's known as the 48-hour rule. That means that if you were committed due to mental health reasons, you could only stay in a jail for 48 hours before you had to be transferred to a mental health facility. Well, because of a lack of beds, that rule was paused 2 years ago, and the legislature paused it again, extending the pause this year. But the sheriffs and county attorneys came to the Capitol today saying that if that pause is going to continue, they need more investment in expanding the capacity at those mental health facilities. On the last day of the regular session last month, the legislature approved another pause on the state's 48-hour rule, meaning people can stay in jails indefinitely until space at a mental health facility opens. The Minnesota Sheriff's Association and County Attorneys Association supported the pause as long as lawmakers invested more in the state's mental health system,
particularly to expand treatment capacity for individuals who are civilly committed and currently stuck in county jails.
But ahead of a special session, the two groups filled the Capitol press room Thursday to express their frustration, including Washington County Attorney Kevin Magnuson.
In the worst case of bait and switch I have ever seen.
While the final Human Services bill devotes funding to expand the Miller Building in Anoka, the state's largest psych hospital, it's contingent on lawmakers passing a separate bonding bill.
A vote for this finance bill without the bonding bill is a vote to obliterate the 48-hour rule and any hope for solving this tragic backlog in our jails.
Republican Senator Jim Abler says he understands the concerns.
The sheriffs and the county attorneys are in a tough spot.
But so are lawmakers who worked on the Human Services bill. They were asked by leadership to find $1 billion in cuts over the next 4 years, which is why they had to shift some of the Miller Building money to the bonding bill.
So we're trying the best we can. The Senate actually has led the way on getting the money put aside. So hopefully that will put it to rest.
At a Human Services meeting later,
not to echo the Vikings quarterback enthusiasm, but I've got a good feeling about the bonding bill.
Abler and DFL colleagues across the aisle said they need to get this done.
We're committed to this, and I'm committed to making sure that we get to the finish line.
Now, the fate of the bonding bill, though, is caught up in a partisan divide right now. Very unclear if that can actually get done this special session. Lawmakers didn't get it done last year, and DFL House and Senate leaders have accused Republicans of halting progress on it. We did hear from the GOP House Speaker, though, saying in the last week or so that she thinks they're still working on it. So that fate, we'll just have to find out if they can actually move forward on that. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Danny.